In the song it's blue, purple, scarlet. It's all the same color in the ancient days. But it represents the royalty that in him did dwell. That verse from Mark we looked at a second ago about the crown of thorns. In the middle of that, you heard it. They took a purple robe and they draped it on him. But they did that to mock him. They did that to put some visual marker of what a king is supposed to look like in some twisted, dehumanizing way. But he was a king. He was royal. He was a king. And I want to show you the contrast between your King Jesus, the true ruler of the Jews, and these pretender rulers of the Jews, and how they both dealt with Pilate. John 19:10 and 11, and also verse 15. But John 19:10, then said Pilate to Jesus, are you not going to speak to me? Do you not know that I have the power to crucify you and the power to release you? And Jesus said, you would have no power at all against me, except it was given to you from above. Therefore he that delivered me unto you has the greater sin. Now skip down to verse 15. Same Pilate, different audience. Now it's the chief priests who arrested Jesus. They cried out, away with him, crucify him. And Pilate said to them, shall I crucify your king? And the chief priests answered, we have no king but Caesar. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. Despite the fact they have a Caesar and they have a Roman governor, they have a King Herod over there down the street, but they would still all recognize God is our king. But here, because they are so full of bloodlust, because they are so apathetic toward true spirituality, and they just are desperate to kill this guy, they'll say anything. They'll say, we have no king but the pagan who lives in Rome. We have no king but Caesar. Meanwhile, 10 minutes earlier, the true, actual king himself, when coaxed and goaded to say something to the credit of his ego or boastfulness, he does it. Jesus defers to the Father, and he says, you would have no authority, but the Father gave it to you. That's his humility. He's royal, not because he's wearing royal clothes. To see Jesus is to see a peasant man. He's blue and he's purple because of his bruises, not his clothing. But to see him with physical eyes, you don't see a king. But when you see the humility of Jesus, and when you see what he's willing to endure as a king for his people, well, his royalty beams out of him. And you can't help but sincerely acknowledge and kneel and say, Hail King.